I'm gonna add Nate to this because I want to start with an announcement about tonight. And welcome to the Happy Hours Racing Podcast, powered by Circle B Diecast. And I want to start off by saying welcome everybody. Hope you guys enjoy your stream or whatever you listen to. We're also streaming on YouTube, so I'll be checking back with YouTube, and I'm gonna refresh my YouTube because some of you guys don't know. I'm gonna be ending some things. Happy Hours Racing Podcast. I spelled it. Happy Hours Racing Podcast. Oh man, powered by Circle B Diecast. No, I spelled it wrong. Alright, before I get started with this, I wish Nate was on here too, but luckily, I want to start with a heel card flashback before I get to Nate because maybe you guys know we are gonna. Oh man, we got mail. Oh man, I got no shoes. I'm back. Why? Hi, we're back. Oh my gosh, the light is not doing good. I gotta turn more. Um, hello everyone, and welcome to the Happy Hours Racing Podcast, powered by Circle B Diecast. Here's truly Victor Santiago Jr. And let's start off with our heel card flashback. And I'm gonna be tagging Nate if he's awake. So, alright, let's get started because I have talking about heel card flashback. So here's today's heel card flashback. It is the Hangler drivers of the Pit Pals, and we'll be talking about the Pit Pals, and this is like the 5/9, 5/24/48 EA back in 2016. So if you look at the back, you will get a chance to see all the drivers and all the other stuff. So that's my heel card flashback, and today I want to get your thoughts in about the 2024 season as we find Nate on here. Let me see it. Because I'm starting my podcast, let's talk about Jimmy Johnson. And I think Jimmy Johnson, I feel like I'm glad Jimmy Johnson is doing well in the he's gonna be driving it over next year. He had some more races, so we'll be taking a look at that. And how about I want to preview something. I'm not sure what I want to preview yet, so I always check it. We're gonna be doing this. By the way, this Happy Hours podcast, racing podcast, is powered by Sotheby Diecast. And don't forget, as I soon get ready for this, use my code Victory for $5 off discount shipping on ours. $30 or more on Sotheby Diecast and Blend B sales. Just go on, type in a checkout, and you will be good. Alright, let me see if I can go back. This is actually good because I want to show you guys some good Jimmy Johnson stuff. We're going to talk about the headlines on this hump day because I thought about doing this podcast at 5 p.m. and then I just said, you know what, I'll do it now. Get it done over with. So here's what's going to happen. Front and center. And then we got more Hall of Fame crew chiefs and engine builders. Jimmy Johnson says for the 2024 schedule, how Yardboy's 79 Daytona 500 man makes a fan for life. So that's why it's just going to be happening. So, and then we'll check out the latest headlines and we'll talk about that and more about that. Plus, we'll look at today's diecast releases if they're here yet. And this podcast is going to be powered by Sotheby Diecast. That's why we are announcing that. So, let's get started. Let's start off by talking about diecast. So we're back with Sotheby Diecast. So, and I know you guys will like it too, but I want to make sure you guys make sense about this. Nothing new is yet confirmed yet, but if we get any new confirmed new diecast releases, we'll have it right here on playback, and we're gonna have some fun. So that's why we're gonna be doing that. So we're gonna talk about that. I want to get Justin Ashton. I want to have my first guest here. Man, come on! This is all for do. This is all for do. I don't see that new person, but for right now, I want to talk about. It's gonna be awesome. It's just we're gonna be taking a look at the Sotheby diecast, but we also know that this is not rice, so. We're gonna be talking about throwback and Mario. Do you know that the Fruit City 500 race on March 17th will be on St. Patty's Day? So St. Patty's Day, short track racing. Hopefully it does not rain. March 17th. That's a good idea because luckily for anybody who is big into what we're gonna see. I want to get right into the big story about Jimmy Johnson because some of you guys know Jimmy Johnson's going to be having some more races. So I want to give you a heads up of what the schedule looks like for Jimmy. He was on today's show earlier, like yesterday, because luckily he's just going to be off. I want to look at this. Okay, so here we go. The lineup for the we have in addition to those events, we also have like Texas Motor Speedway, Dover Motor Speedway, Kansas Speedway, Charlotte, and Las Vegas. And there's Nate. Hey, okay, just testing out his mic. And then Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We also have Daytona, the Brickyard, and the one and only schedule of the Phoenix Raceway. So we have total of 10 races, and I want to let everybody know that one of those races, hopefully, is Dover, because I want to try to get there, but this is just, about that. Also, Nate is joining us. How you doing, Nate? I know you're still. I wasn't that sure if you were awake during this time because luckily you had an NBA game last night, correct? And luckily, um, we're not gonna get into NBA, but this is just gonna be awesome. I want to announce. I want to give Nate an announcement. I saw this net message, and I want to see if Nate wants to come back on. I want Nate to come back on because there's something big that he wants to say. Because I heard this already, but I wanted to just want to let him know that there's something big going on. So, in case Nate comes on, I'm not sure how long he's going to stay on, but if he has to, that's fine. I'm also on YouTube because, luckily, if you guys didn't know, we are going to have some fun with this, and I just think we need to take some time because this is just. Wait, where's my live? So right now, let's get on to let's go back. If you just joined in, um, today I wanted to focus on about the new paint schemes, and I really like new paint schemes because some of you guys know. If you go on Jasky's website, I'm gonna go on Jasky. That's one of my resources and all the racing. And luckily, I found it. Okay, let me get on to the paint schemes. Wait, this is not right. I'm gonna go back to paint schemes 2024 Cup, and then we're gonna do is I'm gonna end this shop sharing, and then we're gonna fix up. Yeah, I'm very sorry. I'm just talking about my podcast and what was I thinking? Oh wait, screen share, simulcast, new arrivals. I didn't want that. I just want. So here we go with the 2024 paint schemes. And I'm very excited to show you guys what the paint schemes actually look like because we already confirmed a lot of good paint schemes. And we are excited to have all this and more when we get closer to our racing because this is just going to be happening. And I'm really very excited about this. So here we go. We're going to start with our choice. We're going to do a choice depending on how many people will like it. So let's start with Last Chastain, the Watermelon Man. And this is his moose paint scheme. And if you look at his moose, I think that's a good shot of it, man. What are his thoughts about the good shot of Last Chastain's paint scheme? Man, this is like all day long, and I find it looks nice. I'm just saying this. Look at this. There's moose. There's a bemoose.org. It's red, it's black, and it's red and black. And I thought about this, and saying this, I want to give you guys a heads up. I want to show you guys my memories when we get a chance. So, Ross Chastain. So, well, that's Ross Chastain's paint scheme. We're going to show you guys another paint scheme. I'll give you a heads up. This one is in the Dillon family, so be glad. And this is Austin Dillon. Austin Dillon's number 3 tracker boats for Bass Pro Shops. Now, we got some fishing in the way. I'll give you a fish. Well, this is actually like a camo paint scheme, and if you guys didn't know, we got Austin Dillon's name on it. We got his sponsors and all that. So that's you're about to see coming up in 2024. And then the next one we can show you guys is Stuart Haas. Now they have 2 new paint schemes, so we'll show you the first one. Okay, here's the first one. Harrison's the recent one. And you notice this is like a new sponsor for Doc. I know it's a familiar sponsor when it comes to Junior Motorsports, but now it's going to be part. This sponsor is going to be part for the number 4 car. And another thing about this is the new body they use. And I think we're glad that these are the new bodies. I think Toyota could be dominant or Ford, but you gotta watch out on the Chevys. So maybe we'll figure this out. So there's one more paint scheme for Josh Berry, and that is the Sunny D. Sunny D is a drink that is tangy and delicious. So if you haven't thought about it, Sunny D, I know Sunny D is a great idea because I think I drank it before. And I want to ask you guys a poll. We're going to do a quick poll. We're going to see how many people can join on this poll. I fixed it. Okay. What is going on here? I'm going to test the try. And then we'll try this again. What's going on with my poll? Alright, it's not working. Alright. Alright, we'll come back. So my question is, have you drank Sunny D lately? Let me know in the comment. Or let me know in the chat, because we're going to see some Sunny D is like a drink. And we'll have more about that. That will keep you guys answered. Alright, the next thing we're going to talk about is Young Money. That's right, you know what that means. Kyle Larson. We'll show you the newest one first. And luckily, some of these I pre-ordered from my diecast store, NASCAR shop. And this is Kyle Larson's paint scheme of Abilene, the initial motor oil. And luckily about this motor oil paint scheme, and we're going to have some talk about this. I want to give you guys a heads up. I know we got some breaking news coming up, but when we get to the next one, next paint scheme, we'll talk about this breaking news. So, right now we're gonna get one more paint scheme look, and then we'll break it. Like a break and doors, break and doors, but it's just something else. Okay. HangWithCars.com. So it looks like the same thing. It's just gonna be like this. And then if you look at the other paint schemes, like the Coco 600 one and the IndyCar, I'm very excited for Kyle Larson to have some IndyCar. And I think we're gonna do this. Now I got some breaking news. If you're planning for pre-order wise to get the Ream Kevin Harvick. Oh, thank you. Oh man, that's my little sister. Alright, let me go back to what I was saying. If you're planning on pre-ordering the Ream Kevin Harvick, or Kevin Harvick's break for Busch, or the new 2024 cars for Haley Deegan. This is the last call. So if you want to get these ordered, go on over to Circle Diecast and use my code VICTORY for $5 off discount shipping. So that's why this is like the final call. So get your diecast orders in if you have to for those 4 cars, because there might be DMP. Alright, let me go back and show you the next paint schemes, and let's go to Brad Keselowski. And luckily this is off track, but this is just, we'll show you guys the 17 coming up. But for right now, let's show you this one. Bodyguard. Brad Keselowski. I hope they have some good. I mean, it's like a Flyers colors, I believe, and they have the black. And I'm gonna zoom in for anybody because this is just, I'm not zooming out yet. So that is Brad Keselowski's, and I know we're gonna get to the 17 in just a little while, but I want to get to the 6. Of Brad Keselowski. I'm gonna skip this because this is only like 6. I thought about that. So here's this number 6 of Brad Keselowski's Castrol Edge, and it looks like I just really like how RK does the paint schemes, and I think we are glad that these paint schemes are still arriving today, and I know you guys will like that too. So that's why it's gonna. Get kicked out of it myself. So we're gonna go back into our podcast, and then we're gonna resume our podcast. And let's go back. I'm gonna go back and do the number 8. This time, Kyle Busch. If you're a Kyle Busch fan, listen up. Here's your new paint schemes. So first of all, we have the 8, and I know this is a lot of previews for what's going to be coming up. I'll give you a sneak. This is a sneak peek of the 21 Austin Hill. I want to show you this one. Woven Industries of Kyle Busch, and that's pretty much our new sponsor. And if you notice, there will be a lot of new sponsors in this. So if you plan on looking at new sponsors, this is like all the other stuff, but that is why we're gonna have some new sponsors. So, and that's why it just happens. Alright, now we're gonna do is have time for me to choose this new sponsor. And this one goes to Please Drink Responsibly. Rebel Bourbon. 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 Can we say this like bourbon? The Lemon Bourbon car looks nice. And I know you guys have to drink responsibly and all that other stuff, but I think it's almost like a cowboy theme, but this is just very nice. Alright, 9 has a lot of new paint schemes, so we'll be checking that. I know I pre-ordered most of these cars. We'll start with the first number 9. Let's start with the primary. I think that's a good idea. Number 9, Chase Elliott's Napa Auto Parts. And this one is the newest 2024. Boom, boom. You see boom, boom? Okay, let me see. I really wanted to show you guys that one. The next paint scheme is going to be Chase Elliott's Cowboy look. Not a new paint scheme. Well, it's the same spot. These are going to be the same sponsors on Chase Elliott's car. But the only difference, we haven't had a Coca-Cola paint scheme. And that is why we know about Coca-Cola, and maybe we'll see one. I would see a Coca-Cola paint scheme for Darlington Throwback Weekend, so we'll see. Alright, so let's go back to the 2024, and I think I can. Alright, number 9, this is the Luminar paint scheme. You can see that as it's red, and then we got the Universe. Team Penske only has Menards. And there's one Menards paint scheme that I think you guys will like. It's the champ! Ryan Blaney! Ryan Blaney! Luckily, this is actually all the sponsors they have this year. I'm trying to look for Worth. So we're gonna have that for you guys. Like I said, these paint schemes come from 2024. 16 Celsius, that's a new one, and then we'll look at the 24. Yeah, these are new paint schemes. You can check it out yourself after this video, because this is going to be talking about some really out. So I'm glad. I think we got some good paint schemes. So wait a second. And I think we're gonna. I want to get to my first guess, and we're like, you know what? If I was asking about podcasts, I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see if I can join playback. You know what? I like to have a first guess. What do you think should be our first guess? Because I thought about that. We'll get to our guess coming up, but right now I gotta take a commercial break. We'll be right back. Alright. Welcome back, everybody. Sorry, I was just went to the bathroom. And luckily, I'm gonna. How many minutes of this podcast? Right. So, like I said, this podcast is powered by diecast. And, maybe I should check my YouTube. Alright, I'm gonna stop it. Thank you guys so much for the podcast. We'll be back next Wednesday. There will be some more stuff that we're gonna do. So I think we're gonna end this off. Good night. Good day. Oh my gosh.